Did I start? I love this every single time. I love it so much. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Please Talk to Me with Ali Ramirez. I love when my OBS goes, OBS, that's a fancy word for software, decides to start my stream before I'm ready to start the stream. It tells you that the computers are listening. The computers know. Just trust the computers, right? Good evening, everybody. This is Please Talk to Me with Ali Ramirez. That's me. This is the show where you can be a guest. I want to talk to everybody. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to your mom if she's up. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she is. I'm about to put the link information into the chat. And if you're interested, then like I said, come on and talk to me. I will listen. I will ask questions. I will probably not challenge you. I don't want to challenge you. I just really want to hear your story and whatever you want to talk about. We've talked about movies. We've talked about puzzles. We've talked about a lot of things in this quarantine life. So if you have Zoom, you can go ahead and put in the meeting and I'll bring you in. Or if you don't want to, you just want to hear me talk about my week, we can do that too. Man, I can't even think right now. 88515367414. Bazap! Password. Bye-bye! 74306. I'm also going to get a link because links are just easier. Can we just say that? We'll just say that links are easier. Yeah, it is Thursday. It is April Fool's Day. Woo! Did anyone get fooled today? Did anybody have any type of foolery? I didn't do anything. I thought it was already a joke enough that I've been living at home and working from home and pooping from home. Yeah, I'm going to give you a second to think about that. But as a working woman, working in the industries. Hi, AC Improv. Hi. Oh, new followers. I love it. Oh, no. Are we following them or are they following us? I don't know what's happening. A lot of followers. But when you work at an office, that's where you poop. You schedule your pooping to make sure that you poop in the office poop because that's office toilet paper you're using and office soap. And you don't have to use that at your own house. So it basically, I'm just saying quarantine really screwed up my schedule in terms of my poop. I had to relearn to poop at home. I don't think this is too much information. If it is, let me know. I don't think it is. But you understand what I'm saying. You know, potty time is very, it's a very special time in a person's life when they get to poop. And even more special time when you get to poop not at home. So, WizBot is throwing some stuff out there. I'm afraid to jump on this link. Ooh, am I going to regret this? Oh, I am not. This is the link tree for the Pack Theater. If you're on this, you know this is the Pack Theater Twitch channel. And Pack Theater is a fantastic theater that teaches comedy in Los Angeles. And we are now online on the Pack TV. And if you go ahead on that link, you can sign up for classes, donate, visit the website. And you can donate if you like at Venmo at Pack-Theater. It's what's at the bottom here. The imaginary line I'm looking at. Yeah. Thank you, /Team Poop Share. How has the routine changed? That's a good question. How has my poop routine changed? I like those questions. So when I was at work in an office, I would leave the office when it felt right. I want to say my poop was around 10ish. Because you get that coffee in at 8 and 10ish you get cleared out, get ready for lunch. And now at home, there's other people, I have a husband and kids, and they poop. And I feel like my poop had to wait till after bedtime. I had to go into be a night pooper. And night pooping's different. It's different, You don't have the sunlight, the warm sunlight hitting your back. There's not as much good TV on. Honestly, night pooping. That's the way of life now. That's my life now, and it's not as comfortable. I don't know. I feel like I feel like the night pooping infringes on my other night hobbies, which is binging TV, puzzles. That's it. I think that's all I'm doing right now is binging TV and puzzles. I unfortunately am binging the same shows over and over again. I watched Veep again. I'm on season 4 of Veep, and I keep rewatching it. It's a fantastic show. I love Veep. It's on HBO, if you're aware of that, and it's how I imagine politics works in real life. Just a bunch of crazy lunatics cussing, trying to get the most power that they can, putting them in different positions to get more power. So, but yeah, that's my night pooping story. But yeah, April Fools. I didn't do anything. I didn't explain to my kids what it was because no one did any tricks to them because they're 5. So it was just kind of like another day, just another Thursday, which is not the case for everybody, because there are some people out there who put some effort, I'm sure some people did the whole, oh, we're pregnant, but we're not, we're engaged, but we're not, which is, that's funny, I guess. Veep, the blooper reels. Oh yeah, I'm sure the blooper reels for Veep. When you watch the HBO, they always show at the end they don't even show outtakes. They show alternate scenes. I don't know if I've seen the bloopers for Veep. Well, now I have to look that up tonight, so that gives me something to do. Oh, Florida Man Gamer, yo, what is going on, folks? Again, April Fools. Has anybody done anything? Has anybody? They're all, of course, they're on YouTube. Oh, I do like watching The Office bloopers because that's another fantastic ensemble show. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the Veep ones. They must be amazing because all of those actors are improv geniuses and comedic geniuses. Man, isn't that like the dream though, to be part of an ensemble where your job is just not to laugh? Like if you can not laugh, you did your job. Oh, that's a dream. And pooping during the day. But I digress. Rick rolled some friends, nothing crazy here. Rick rolled some friends. Rick rolled. I don't know what that means. Is that like everything just clicks like every day? Yes! Right, everything just clicks. It just makes sense. That's what I'm saying. I'm still trying to get this link in here. I'm just being very slow about it because, I don't know. It's kind of a slow day. I feel like it's kind of, like yesterday I thought was Thursday up until like 5 o'clock. And I was like, oh wait, I don't have a show. It's not Thursday, it's Wednesday. It's kind of, I don't know if it's because March was a big deal. Because it was like March was 1 year from being quarantined. And now it's like, okay, now we're in April. And tons of people are getting vaccinated, which is fantastic. But I don't know why. It feels like time is, I don't know, slowing down. Maybe it's a time change. Yeah, I guess I'm just like everything else. I'm just in limbo. Like I'm just waiting for things to really open up. And I know that recently restaurants went from, I think 35 to 50%, or if you don't sell food, it's 100%. I don't know all the percentages, but it's very detailed, not entailed, detailed. It's very detailed. And I would imagine that, again, we're slowly getting back to that place. Let's see, Wizard Word Live. People are also still dying. We're about to see a surge. Oh my goodness. No. So I'm reading on the chat, and it says that of course, there are still people dying. There are still people being affected because it is a virus. We're about to see a surge in cases. Man, I'm not in charge. Buzzkill much. Yeah. I'm not in charge, and I obviously the people who are in charge are dealing with a big balance of safety, life, businesses, which obviously is, businesses is money, which is life. So it's very, very complicated. Governor Ramirez. Yeah. Right. Guys, I started this talking about my poop. So I just want to make sure who you're giving power to. I mean, I'll do it. Okay. I didn't want to do this, but okay. So Welcome. Welcome to the state of Governor Ramirez. I am now Governor Ramirez. I will now take your questions about governing. Are there any questions about governing? Anything? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's all the time I have. Thank you. The flag makes it dramatic. Bring it in, bring it out. It's a very simple concept. But I think that's how you stay in power. You gotta have an idea. Flag. And actually, I should talk about this flag. Among all my other things, this is a flag from medieval times. They do not sponsor me. Oh, look, I got somebody. Again, I always act like I got somebody is like a fish. It's not a fish. You're not a fish. You're a person with opinions. You don't just sit under the water and make this face. I'm letting you in right now. Looks like I got Ted coming in. Ted, I'll give you a moment to set up. Let's go. There you are. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Thank you.
I have something to talk about tonight, so I was like, okay,
Yes.
Let me hop in.
Yes, hop in. Let's go. Ducking the issues. Yeah, I'm not ducking the issues. Ted came on. I mean, it's
something just happened to me, so I was like, oh man, I have to talk about this,
Yes.
but I have nobody to talk about.
I'm here to talk. Literally.
I'm like,
Please
this is why this is here.
talk to me. I have to disclaimer right now. I'm not a medical professional in any way, shape, or form. I cannot tell you if you have testicular cancer. I can't do it. I can't.
Okay, all right.
So
shoot, let me think of.
I'm sorry.
Something else that happened. Then, jeez. Oh wait. Oh no. Yes, there is something.
Yes.
That's right. I'm gonna pop out the chat. So then there we go. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. So I can engage with them too.
yes, chat is half the fun.
Oh, right, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Brother, me and Joe Wagner just are constantly and Frankie.
Yes.
Constantly on here. Are just like always on talking, which is great.
It's so funny when I don't have a guest come physically on, because sometimes that happens. I'm still chatting, like it's still a talking back and forth. It's not like I'm up here with like my thumb up my butt. I got a lot of butt today. I don't know why. I apologize. I just realized why are we so poop driven? But yeah, the chat is great. It's really fantastic.
Me and Joe are probably all about that. we're on newbies all the time. We're just waiting for that poop joke. We're just waiting. Me and Joe have we talked. I mean, me and Joe, we've talked. We've talked outside the pack probably a good amount of times, but I feel closer to you now, Joe. I hope that's safe to say.
That was nice. That was nice. Everyone got to feel that. That was nice.
Yeah.
Governor Ramirez, please butt them.
Yes. Hashtag both though.
The thumb is up. Nope, I'll work on the slogan. There's something there. There's something like a vote for me is a thumbs up in the rear direction. I don't know. That's
in
the
right direction. Yep.
Yeah. Something. But tell me what's going on. What's going on?
Basically, I just want to encourage people to go out, and it's very simple, especially right now because of Zoom and everything.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of talk about what is it, public intervention, or like if you see harassment, like training, public training. That literally just happened to me. This is tea. I haven't drank it a little bit. This is tea. But I took it yesterday.
Okay.
And I've never been like really afraid most of the time in public situations to like speak up and like get involved or whatever.
Yeah.
Get in between or whatever. But after the training, I felt way more confident and like I knew what was going on, kind of, and I knew I had tactics. I had weapons now to like combat peaceful weapons, and de-escalate, which was great.
Right.
It was awesome. So I 100%. It just happened. Like 2 people outside my apartment were arguing.
Yeah.
And I. That's a new bot that was just installed tonight. Support the fact that.
I know. I was like, what? Yeah.
I was like, oh, good. Somebody put the link in. No. so two people were arguing outside, and like getting into an altercation, like grabbing, and I was like, oh, shit. And so I jump up, put on my clothes,
of course,
but Supermaned it, got in my PJs, put on my uniform, ran outside, and yeah, immediately I was like, what do I say? And I was like, oh yeah, I say, what do you need? Like, that's all you have to say.
Really?
Then, yeah, you just go, you go to the victim, you go, what do you want? And that's like how you start.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, these are like kids. They were like 16-year-old kids. And I was like, oh shit, like totally different situation or whatever.
Right.
I was thinking about how I handled that and stuff, but got in between them. She wanted a lift. I gave her the thing. I gave her my phone.
Yeah.
There wasn't any cars around, which sucked. So there's no cars, and the app wasn't working or whatever. But I saw that she was like, he was choking me, he's following me. I was like, okay, don't do that.
Right.
Like,
Right.
He had a cut under his eye, so like there was a fight.
Right.
And yeah, and so it was like intense.
Wow.
Once I got their age, I was like, I can kind of calm down a little bit because. Yeah.
Not to say that age isn't.
Yeah.
There's just a naivety. A naivety?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
there's an innocence.
There's a better word. There's an innocence about it. But wow, that's a really good prompt. What do you want? What do you need?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I would never probably ask that. I'd usually try, in my usual head, I would assume a lot of stuff. I'd try to assume what would I want in this situation, which is a good tactic.
Yes.
But also, it's better just to ask.
Right. And better not to assume and then just start throwing insults, right? Like, get the fuck out. I can cuss. Can I cuss? I can cuss in Twitch, right? I'm so conscious of cussing. I can cuss.
Here?
Yeah.
Fucking, no, we're talking about buttholes and assholes and
But I said butt. I said butt. That's a PG-13 word. We can cuss.
It's your show.
You can
do whatever you want.
I don't think I've ever cussed on this show. I think I'm so like used to the. That's not true. I cuss around my kids. That's very weird.
I think I have heard you go like when you get to the F word, you go fucking, like you whisper.
I do.
Like you go like, fucking shit, like fucking right, and then you come back to volume. So you do at least, put the mute button on it. Yeah, go full potty mouth.
Jeez Louise. God.
Oh yeah. I'm starting to say shucks a lot and swell.
Speaking of cussing, one of my sons says, I'm going to say it, he says shit, but he says it very confidently. Like we're playing chess, and he's 5, so we're playing chess, but we're not like, I'm not destroying him, I'm like, oh, you took my queen, I'm very,
Oh, that's very kind of.
Yeah, like at the end I win, for the record.
Dad,
I win.
No.
She also goes full party. So I like took one of his rook, like I took somebody, and he legitimately went, shit. Okay, but like he said it just like oh.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Use it right.
Use it correctly. But that's not going to help in kindergarten. So I was like, oh, buddy, you got to say shoot or, shucks or.
Oh, yeah.
Because, he didn't cuss it out loud. He just was like, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, oh. So.
Maybe, like, remind him that, like, it's a superpower what you have with that word. So use it,
Oh, that's an interesting way to say
it. You're like Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility.
He's like, no, Mom, shut up. No.
Yeah. It's cool that he said it, like, reflectively.
Yeah.
Too, and not.
Yeah, right. It wasn't, but like he didn't use it like he was making fun of something or in a silly joke. Like he like said it in a very like sincere way, like, shit.
Yeah. An accepting tone, which is great, which is fantastic. That's right. Shit happens.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right, son. I know. When they were little, they used to they would hear us say shit, and they'd go, "What?" And I go, "Ocean." Mommy said ocean.
Ocean.
But it doesn't work now. They're like, no.
I wonder if that's a thing. If like, because you're like 24/7 now.
Yeah,
So
that's the other thing too. Is right. They're with me all day versus a year ago when they were only with me. When I wasn't at work. So yeah, that's obviously the difference too. They're getting a lot of
and like that's got to be everybody else too. So
yeah,
the kids who aren't swearing when they get back, those are
the
ones you
weirdos.
gotta watch out for. Yeah, you gotta watch out for them.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting, and not just with kids. Like it's gonna be interesting to get us all back in the restaurants or in the theaters or in because we're still like, how do I interact? How do I do this?
Yeah, for sure.
Can to go back on what you took? Where did you take the class for intervention? Or what is it? Public intervention? Like, what is the actual?
It was totally free. It was just online. It was like an hour.
Oh.
Like I was honestly like, the beginning of it, I was kind of like snoozing, a little like this is stuff I know. But then okay, they do a good job of keeping you engaged and stuff. Holla Back. I'll put it in the chat. But Holla Back is the group.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, they started in New York or whatever.
Oh, theaters just reopened in LA, reduced capacity.
Yeah, I don't know if I work for the Groundlings and we're not opening, I don't think yet.
I think movie theaters. That's what I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. Movie theaters.
And the PAC's probably going to be a while off.
Yeah, I know the Pantages is opening in November. Because the Pantages has been emailing me, reminding me that they're opening in November with Hamilton, and they're like, "Hey, you want to go see it?"
Oh.
And I'm like, "No."
Coming back with the best one, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, "No, I saw it. It's cool. It's okay." But like, but theater, you love it so much. Remember you said you loved it. How much do you love it? Can you put a value on that love? Because it's $300. And I'm like, no, it's cool.
It's free on HBO.
Yeah, I got it.
For Disney Plus, yeah.
I have the soundtrack running in my head most days. It's okay.
Right.
So I'm hoping that once the big theaters open up, that it will kind of leave way for more the indie, smaller theaters. Movie theaters just opened up. For me personally, I don't ever need to go to a movie theater ever again. I can pay for it in my house, or I'll do the drive-in because I have loved the drive-in experience.
That has been very fun. Interesting that you say that. Like even when it's safe, you're never going back.
I don't think so because if it's an action movie, which I do enjoy a good action movie, I also enjoy my doing my legal in California things in my house,
and so you got to pay for the kids' tickets or the kids' babysitter.
Right.
You have to get dinner out probably after or before the movie. There's a lot.
There's so much snacks and alcohol. I have all the alcohol here. I have it here, and I can just buy it myself. I'll just buy it. And then for the kids, like I said, the drive-in was great. We saw Raya. We saw Trolls 2. I'm hoping to see Space Jam in the drive-in because I think they'll love it. But like again, because in the movie theater, it's like, what is it, $18 a kid, and then plus popcorn versus just me going to 7-Eleven. Hey 7-Eleven. Me going to 7-Eleven and then going to Paramount movie theater, which is like $20 altogether. I don't know. But I will say though, there is something about being in a room with like-minded people watching a movie. Yeah. Especially like that first weekend where it's like this is the new horror movie or this is the new comedy.
I am Joe asked if I would go see a movie now.
Yes.
I don't know about now.
Not
now, but like I really want to see Kong versus Godzilla in theaters, but
I've heard good things. I've heard really good things.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm so like, no, like I now made plans with my roommates to watch it this weekend, and so I'm like, you usually just immediately watch it, but But that is the number one thing for me, is to go back to the movie theater. So I am the opposite of you, where I'm like all for movie theaters. I love a quiet, empty movie theater.
Yes. And Wiz World Live just made a big point. Little indie theaters, both for live theater and movie theaters, because I love when they do like, it's retro. You know, here's Ghostbusters, or here's like that's cool. When it's like I get to watch something in the theater that I don't normally get to watch. Yes. That because I also watched Ghostbusters in the drive-in, and I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah. I don't have a car, so I haven't really gotten that cool drive-in experience many times. I am Team Kong. Ted, how do we know that? How does Joe knows me? Yeah, I am Team Kong. Absolutely,
man.
100%.
So just very basic questions about Godzilla versus Kong. Very basic.
Sure. Cool.
Obviously, I know Godzilla. I know who King Kong is.
Right.
Is this movie like a reboot of something, or they're just starting a new franchise? Like what is this movie?
So they are. Those two guys have been rebooted a bunch of times.
Okay.
But King Kong versus Godzilla was like one of the first movies that came out. It was like King Kong came out.
Okay.
Like King Kong 2, and then Godzilla.
Okay.
And then I think like King Kong versus Godzilla was like the next one. It was a very early movie.
So
in like the 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
I think.
This is 40s and 50s apparently.
Yeah. And right. And I watched that in the Vista. Like that's the last movie I watched in the Vista.
Oh wow.
King Kong,
Yeah.
But this, and so they've rebooted both of those franchises a bunch of times in between.
Right.
But they rebooted the one with Skull Island, which came out in 2016.
Yes, I remember that.
That same King Kong as this one.
Okay.
And the last two American Godzilla, the one with Bryan Cranston, was the Godzilla reboot for this Godzilla, and they made another one, Godzilla King of the Monsters, which came out like 2 years.
Okay, so it is a reboot, but it's with pre-existing characters from other movies.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's not Peter Jackson's King Kong versus Shin Godzilla, which is the one we all want, but we'll never get. No. The best.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My friend, and I have a friend who's a huge Godzilla fan, and he's like tutored me in the Godzilla.
I feel like with Godzilla, it is like all or nothing. Because I have friends, or I have uncles too, who like if you're into that, but maybe that's just like because like maybe that's like that with like Pokemon or anime. Like if you're into it, like you're into it, like.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. And Joe is right again. I gotta catch myself. Yeah. That's absolutely, because it's so convoluted. I mean, it has so much to do with like Japanese culture too. Like,
yes,
it's that's Superman, right? Well, maybe not Goku. Like, there's plenty of other. Goku is probably literally
but there is something historic about Godzilla, right? Because he has been rebooted and reimagined so many times for so many generations and for so many different like international audiences. Like, how many other characters are like that?
Yeah, I am not that good. I wish I was that good.
What's funny is, I don't know how, it's King, how do you pronounce that?
Oh, King Ghidorah.
Is that the gold dragon guy?
That is the gold dragon guy.
Because my uncle's a big Godzilla fan, so I remember playing with that as a kid. So I knew that. It's like the big gold dragon guy.
I could tell you in one of the versions that King Ghidorah is, oh God, what is he? He's like, they have to go back in time to like, it's so confusing. Even I can't, like, they go back in time to stop King Ghidorah. Oh, King Ghidorah is an alien. That's right.
Oh. I just remember having
Billy and Shelley. That's what it is.
Is it released their names?
I don't know. I hope not. But yeah, I mean, I think if anybody hasn't seen Shin Godzilla, check that freaking out, because that's like the best one. It'll teach you all about public harassment and how to stop it. No. No, it won't teach you that.
That's the training I want. I want Godzilla telling me how to de-escalate violent interventions. That's what I want. That's it. Someone can take that. Someone can take that and write it, but that's what I want.
Everybody's wanting somebody to win. How about we all just sit down at the table?
Hey guys. That's my Godzilla voice. Hey guys. I know that you see me a lot smashing through buildings and smashing on people.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see that in public, you gotta know that to tell them to stop.
That's right.
Remember, what do you want? What do
Right.
you need? I'm Godzilla. I'm here to feed.
Distract, document, direct. I took the thing. I know what it is.
He is the ultimate escalator. What a twist. What a twist. That's what I want. That's what I want. Do that, Godzilla.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson, I'm assuming you still own the right. No, you have King Kong. You don't have Godzilla.
But even that, get King Kong in there, and he puts his arm around Godzilla's shoulder, and he's like, "On screen we may hit each other, but it's not cool in real life, y'all."
That's at the end of the credits. Hey guys, we've had a lot of serious conversations here about fighting, but we just want to take a moment to let you know it's cool to be a dude. I don't know.
Yeah, violence is never the answer. And then boom, G.I. Joe, and then the next one is King Kong and Godzilla versus G.I. Joe.
Yes.
Boom.
Man, we love these type of movies because this is making me think of Alien versus Predator.
Mm-hmm.
Like we love seeing this back and forth,
Yeah, we need Alien versus Predator versus Terminator versus RoboCop.
Yeah, let's get more Terminator movies. Nobody ever said stop making Terminator movies. We want more.
They have kept making them. They've gotten pretty. There's a lot.
There's so many. So many. I think
Good job.
I stopped after the Christian Bale one. I was like, I'm done. I'm cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's cool.
I haven't seen that one yet.
It is. From what I remember.
Yeah.
It's hard because they bless them for just trying to keep the same plot line and then just weaving in and out of it. Like they could have just been like, we're just rebooting the whole thing, and they didn't do that. Like they just kept the story going based on the other information of the movies. And I just remember from the movie, which I guess is I don't remember the name of it. I have to look it up. Christian Bale.
Revelation.
Yeah, Christian Bale plays. God, I can't even think of his name. Plays the boy who's now grown up to save everything, and then Sam Willington. Yeah, Sam Willington plays essentially like the bad guy, kind of. But by the end of it, you are rooting for the wrong person.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So Christian Bale's a bad guy?
No, Christian Bale's the good guy, but there's the way they did it, you're like, well, I don't even want him to win. Like, you're like, I want Sam Worthington to win.
Oh, I see what you're right, yeah.
Like, it is Salvation. You're right. It was called Salvation.
You're rooting for the lighting guy who got...
Correct. Because you're because you go and you're like, Sam Worthington's, he's amazing. You're like, why isn't he the good guy? Like, why do I have to vote for this dick? From what I remember.
I love that movie. I've never seen it, but I love just those stories that come out of that audio clip of Christian Bale.
John Connor. I couldn't think of John Connor.
John Connor. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I want to name my next dog John Connor.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the name. Okay.
But that's what Christian Bale plays.
Yeah.
Christian Bale plays John Connor, who is the person you're supposed to be like, do it.
And
then
the other guy is Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? He's like a younger Terminator or something.
Something like that. Yeah. It's something where it's like I don't remember, but I just remember being like, this is cast wrong, or I don't know.
I was like, Arnold Schwarzenegger's not in this movie, and it looks really boring. It's an action movie that looks boring. I don't know.
That's not a good sign, Joe. That isn't. But when that first two cards.
King Kong wins, but
in the
Japanese
original
version, I guess I don't know. Hopefully this isn't a spoiler or whatever. But Godzilla, I think he gets thrown into the water.
For the record, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about not the current Godzilla versus King Kong. We're talking about the old one in the jazz hand era.
Yes,
So just
jazz hands.
we're not spoiling anything. We're just talking about that.
Yes. And so the King Kong throws him into the water or something, and then Godzilla. In the Japanese version, you hear Godzilla cry out.
Yes.
So technically he won, but then in the American version, King Kong does like beats his chest.
Oh, that's such an American thing.
I think that's the only difference.
Right.
Is that like it's the same ending? It's just like edited a little bit weird. That's all I know.
That's fine. That's fine.
The real version is that King Kong wins.
Got it. Okay. Well, I'm curious to see who wins this time, Godzilla versus King Kong. But I am not curious enough to go to the movie theater. I will wait until it comes into my HBO, because I have a feeling my kids would probably like that. It's it's action and it's
Is it free? Do you have to pay for it? It's out now.
Is it? You might have to pay for it, because I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel bad when you have to pay for things in early access, because people have to make their money. Like, costume designers, editors, they I got it. The studio has to make money. Totally get it. Let's see. There was a great nerdy scene where John fights the T-100 and gets his face fucked up making this. I keep whispering at the F word.
Yeah,
making
you do.
The scar. I just did it. Making the scar you see in the OG. Oh, what? Okay, so John fights the T-100, which is Sam Worthington.
Right.
Who is a dream. Yeah. Let's just say he's a dream.
And it's free.
It's free. Let's see. What is his name?
Yeah. So he is like
Sam Worthington. Yeah.
Arnold.
So then he gets a scar that you see in the OG tournament. See, that's what I'm saying. Oh, it's free on free on HBO Max. I like it. That's what I'm saying. Like the writers, the producers, they did not have to follow that line, and they really took a lot of time to like weave it through. Because I also really like. Oh, I guess I watched the one with Claire Danes. The Terminator with Claire Danes. Am I making that up?
Where she's the bad guy against Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, maybe it's not Claire Danes. I thought it was Claire Danes. Man, we're going down a Terminator.
Yo, it's good. I haven't seen all the newer ones.
I haven't seen all the newer ones.
And I want to see the last one, because I heard it was like, but that they do some cool stuff with time travel.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, they're very good at, like, weaving into that plot line, and they didn't have to. They could have been like Star Wars. No, not Star Wars. Star Trek, and like we're resetting it. Look at us, which was fine.
Yeah.
No one's mad at that.
Right. Yeah. Star Trek's another thing, and
yeah.
There's at a point where it's just like, can you blame? Like it's kind of like just movies in general now, where it's cookie cutter and you got to hit all the beats. Can't be creative anymore, which is something that maybe theaters could take over, where like these indie movies, these Sundance movies, maybe will become more available to the public.
Yeah.
In these theaters,
Yeah, I mean, but I also get, for those who have taken class at the Pack Theater, I get that the studios have to make those tent poles. They have to make the movies that make the money, the big money. It's called a tent pole, everybody, because they're like this.
That's right.
And then in this little is where they could do
movies.
Right. They can make the crazy indie weird ones, right? So you have to make the money makers. You have to do Fast and the Furious. You have to.
Great job on that too.
Yes.
How did that happen, right?
Right.
Great job. Love them.
I mean,
love 'em.
And we go into it knowing what we're gonna see. It's not like it's a surprise, and we're like, we're in. Where are we at now? What money are we stealing? Are we gangsters? Who cares? Like they're so fun.
Yeah, for sure.
God, they're so fun. Man.
They are.
Oh, T3, yes, and the Woman Terminator. Yeah, okay, I've seen that one. And I remember the way that movie ends. Again, I don't want to spoil it. I was like, wow, they really set this up.
We can spoil it. We can spoil that.
That's fair.
It kind of like
it came out in 2003. I'm just being very cautious.
Yeah, there's a great like golf scene or in the cemetery. The driving scene is, I remember, being pretty cool. And the ending was cool. Yeah. It just negated like Terminator 2, which is like one of the greatest movies ever.
Terminator 2 is one of the greatest movies ever. That movie is. I think I saw Terminator 2 before I saw Terminator 1, and I didn't question it. I was like, okay, we're in. I'm in. There's this guy chasing a kid.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
And you go back and you watch Terminator 1, and you're like, oh, it's not as good as Terminator 2.
I know.
But, like, and, like, because of, like, pop culture, knowing, like, I'll be back, Hasta La Vista, or Hasta La Vista Baby doesn't come till, I think.
No, I think that's the first.
Is that in the first one?
I don't know.
Chat, is Hasta La Vista in the first Terminator? I don't know. It's worse, though, right?
It's because it doesn't have Bill Paxton in the beginning. You need a little Bill Paxton.
Is Bill Paxton in T2?
Or is he in T1? Somebody tell me! He's in the second.
Is he? Yeah.
When is he a punk? Maybe it's the first.
Is he the dad that gets murdered?
No. Bill Paxton's the guy that Arnold Schwarzenegger takes the clothes from, which might be T1.
Really?
Yeah. Yep, he's the punk in T1.
That's so funny.
Yeah. He's literally like, what?
Great.
Yeah, it's a very, very young Bill Paxton. Like,
wow, that's
very
awesome.
young.
I love that.
And then and then you look at it and then you go, and then like 20 years, 30 years later, you did Titanic with James Cameron. That's a good contact. That says going in, doing your job, and then making a good impression, and then
Yep. Goof, man, what a great R.I.P. I think he didn't do anything weird or bad, right? Pretty sure.
Bill Paxton.
Yeah, I'm always like, oh no,
I don't.
He's dead. I know that. Which is
Yes,
bad,
he did pass. I don't know. I hope not. I don't think so. But no, it is a little sad when I hear him like, oh, okay, well, I guess I don't need to watch that show anymore. That's fine.
Man, yeah.
Paxton
I mean,
started
Twister was a huge movie for me growing up.
Wow. So Paxton started as a carpenter on low-budget movies, was friends with Gail and Hud and Cameron when they were Wow. It's kind of a horror over nature while Linda Hamilton sleeps with a random hobo. I'm laughing.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at the synopsis of Terminator, the first one, which is... It's a horror story where a 19-year-old Linda Hamilton sleeps with a random hobo who says he's from the future.
That is so true.
That is true. Can you imagine pitching that? Can you imagine being like, okay, I got this idea. Yeah. No. See, he's from the future.
Insane.
Yeah, that is, yep.
Like, how do you not know that the guy who's shooting at you isn't in cahoots with the guy who's...
Right. She said that it was the guy who always kept people's spirits up on the set. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Sounds like, Bill Paxton was always kept people's spirits up on the set. Like it was like a 3 a.m. night shoot. That's cool.
Dude, I'm falling in love with Bill Paxton.
Oh, man.
What's the other one? Not Sling Blade. The one where every time somebody says, I'm on a mission for God, which is a Blues Brothers quote, I think of Bill Paxton in the movie about demons.
Oh my God, yes! I know, with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Yes, I randomly watched that movie. Like, I think it was just on HBO This was back when HBO was just a channel. Like, you didn't pick what you wanted to watch. It picked for you. It just...
Right.
You would go and go, oh, I guess
HBO,
we're watching...
Right.
Yeah, I guess we're watching this because that's what you're telling me.
Oh, shit, this is... and even like, oh my God, this is on right now?
Right.
This is here?
This is... Oh,
in my house?
Wow.
Did it come out like 2 months ago?
Yeah, this is how I watched the movie Edge After Tomorrow? No, Edge of Tomorrow. I watched the movie like 8 times because it just kept going on HBO, and I was like, well, I guess this is what I'm watching. I gotta find this movie. Yeah, Bill Paxton's in this fantastic movie. Yeah, he's also in Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah. So.
Oh shit.
Bill Paxton.
Yeah, he's the general. Oh,
yeah,
man.
He's great.
And even Big Love was great.
Big Love. Yep. Okay, let's see. What is that movie called?
Frailty. That's what it is.
Frailty.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah. I was never going to find it. I mean, I saw the list, but I was never going to find it. It's a fantastic film, Frailty, with Matthew McConaughey and Bill Paxton, and it's about basically this father who believes he sees demons, and he's a demon killer. And it's a real-life horror story. And he's training his kids. To see demons. it's not like, when I say demons, it's not like Constantine with Keanu Reeves. Like, it's not like actual demons. It's like a horror film. I don't want to give too much away because it
amazing.
really is. It's a
so
great
good.
film.
Yeah.
It's a great horror film.
If you haven't seen Frailty, go see Frailty.
Oh, game over, man. Oh, Aliens.
I know, right? Oh, what
Aliens,
a great guy.
Weird Science. Oh my God. Yes, it's a fundamentalist Christian horror, but you don't have to be Christian to enjoy it. So just there it is.
Yes, for sure. Creepy Southern Gothic horror film.
Oh, it's so good.
I
haven't seen it in so long. Maybe it's on HBO.
It could be.
Though I might just watch Edge of Tomorrow again because I really like that movie. That movie might be one of the last movies I saw in the theater. Yeah, because I definitely saw
Edge
that.
of Tomorrow? Wait, maybe I'm thinking of Edge of. Oh wow, is it? Oh, but that's how far back.
But that's
you
2014.
Went to the
yeah, that was definitely. No, that's not true. I take it back. I watched it, Chapter 2 in the theater, and I was not happy with that experience because that was.
Yeah. I watched the first one maybe like last year on HBO.
First one was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
But the second one, it's how do you live up to that hype? You know, how do you live up to that much fear?
Yeah.
Like, they literally had to plant a person in the theater to scare me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you?
Yeah, I saw it at home. I think it was a very different experience than the reviews I remember hearing when it came out. So
let's see. If you want to see the best,
Frailty is on YouTube for free. So.
Ooh.
Free movie.
Guys, free movie. We're just giving back now. This is just giving back. One of the best, weirdest Paxton performances. Check out The Dark Backward. The Dark Backward.
That sounds messed up.
That
This is why I think Bill Paxton did horrible things, because he's been in weird movies.
He was also in True Lies, classic.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. The Dark Backward is a 1991 film. And, the synopsis is, a man pursues stand-up comedy encouraged by his fellow garbage man.
It's garbage day.
Though his friend who accompanies him continues to tell him how great he is, he actually stinks.
Oh my God, look at this.
When the comedian grows a third arm out of his back, his friend uses this twist to get him signed up with a talent agent. What?
What the fuck?
The Dark Backward.
That is so weird.
Okay, I have something to do.
Yeah, right?
All right,
it's going on the list. I have 288 movies I have on my watch list.
But this is going on it.
Yeah, I thought I could do it during quarantine, and it's gotten longer.
It's so funny what I realize, all those times that I've been like, oh, if I just had time, I would do this. If I just had time. I've had the time, I didn't do it.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah,
like,
right. It's still hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of hobbies.
You need more nap time. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Just clocking out. That's so crazy cool. Viscerally revolting. Twister was...
If this show wasn't already named Please Talk to Me, I might name this, like, Going Down the Rabbit Hole. Because I feel like that's what happens. Like, we start talking about something, and then all of a sudden we're like, what is happening? Where are we at now?
Yeah. It feels like a real conversation from, like, back before quarantine.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, like, or you'd be out on the street. You'd have, like, 10 minutes to kill. And...
Whoa. So the story from Twister was that Paxton was a huge ass, and Helen Hunt refused to work with him.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. There's a lot of weird, cool, fun facts surrounding Twister. I think, like...
But I really like Twister. Like, that's a movie I've seen recently, like, in quarantine, and I was like, this is the best. Like, this is... Man. Yeah. Maybe Paxton was too cool.
Yeah, terrible as a kid. It's like, oh, you want to get Oh, sorry?
No, go ahead.
Just like, oh, you're in the middle of a Twister, and, like, yeah, you'll survive.
Yeah.
Which is not true.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Bad advice for a child.
We got cows. I think it's the same cow.
Oh yeah, that's right. When they go through the house too, and oh man, Philip Seymour Hoffman's so funny in the movie.
Yes, Philip Seymour Hoffman's in that.
There's like there's a weird fact surrounding him. I can't remember. Maybe somebody thought they were working with somebody else or something like that.
And they named him?
I don't remember. That's a cool movie though, for sure.
It's
good movie.
I feel like Twister's definitely up there with like Volcano. Like I don't know if it's a good movie so much as I watched it in like my early teens and I'm like, yeah. I kind of like Tommy Lee Jones. Is that weird? He's like my dad. I'm into it kind of thing.
The screenwriter for Volcano constantly apologizes for that movie. I know that. I know that.
Dante's Peak.
Yeah. Or even Andrea's
Peak.
Fault and like
Yes, Armageddon.
Tomorrow. Yeah, Armageddon.
Dante. I forgot Dante's Peak. That's another one. That's like, well, Pierce Brosnan's gonna save us all, everybody. So just go with it.
Yeah, it's always like in the end, it's always like we're gonna overcome nature, or we're gonna survive it. It's like, it's not really the message we should be.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way, guys. I don't think we can maneuver lava by the LA tar pits with cement blocks.
Oh my goodness.
We can try.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Volcano and Dante's Peak came out at the same time. And then the end of the hero volcano was concrete. Right, concrete slabs. What if it was a whole thing about concrete? That's all it was, just to sell concrete, just to sell concrete slabs. Man,
Tommy Lee Jones is great though. Maybe I think. I mean, unless
Tommy Lee Jones is a national treasure. I hope he's not. Is he bad? Please let me know if he's not a national treasure.
I think he is bad. I know this because he was the first person I met when I was out here.
Yeah.
And he was so nice and like I had a cool story surrounding him, and then when I heard something about
something, yeah, okay. Dante's Peak, in the old lady jumps out of a boat for no reason and dies, right? I think so. Is that Dante's Peak?
I've never seen Dante's Peak. I know in Volcano.
I've seen it once, but I didn't have the love for it that I have for Volcano. Volcano was
Volcano has this great scene where the Zodiac killer jumps into the lava. Whatever that actor's name is. Oh man, worst death ever. Like,
gosh,
at the top for me.
Gosh.
Like, it's horrifying.
This is. It's one of those things where I'm remembering it a lot better than it really is. You know, like it's. You know, like Pop-Tarts and like Kraft mac and cheese. Like it's better in my mind than when I actually put it in my mouth.
Yeah. Those donuts that look really good, but then just taste like wax paper. Yeah. Magical.
Well, that's we're getting to the end of the hour. Not that anyone's on after me, but I like to be respectful of.
For sure, yeah. Every good thing ends.
Yes.
Like that relationship that I stopped outside. Everybody should go to Holla Back.
Call your Lyfts or your Ubers, whoever you're supporting, and
tell people, ask people what they need.
What do you? Let's wrap it up real quick, ladies and gentlemen. What do you need? What do you want?
Do it. Get it. What's stopping you?
It sounds like the final question really is: what kind of natural disaster would you want to die in? That's fair.
Yes.
That's fair. Okay, what do I want? Man, I know what I don't want to die in, so I'm trying to think which one would I die in.
I know my answer.
Please, go ahead.
So, an asteroid. And why an asteroid? Well, you know what? That's pretty selfish. If I'm dying, everybody's coming with me. But fine. Okay, I'll say a very small asteroid. Well, it has to be a natural disaster, though, right? So it's bound that
that's a natural disaster.
Oh, man. And a small enough asteroid where it doesn't end the world. Okay. Now that I'm past that. Because an asteroid, when it hits the Earth, it's pretty instantaneous.
Yes.
Everybody actually thinks it's like, oh, we can see it coming or whatever.
Yes.
That's not really true. It could be fast enough where it would be like, it's over. Like,
Right.
Boom.
But bright light,
Yeah.
just boom.
Yeah, you don't feel anything.
Man.
It's gone. It's over. Which is terrifying to think about because there are giant rogue planets the size of Jupiter or bigger floating
Just-
through darkness
right.
and could, at
And
light speed, and could destroy us at any time.
And really, it wouldn't even take that big of a rock. It would take like the size of Texas, and then
Right. Yeah, at light speed. Like,
Yeah.
we're gone.
You know what? At the end of T3. Hey, brought it all back.
True.
Brought it all
True.
back. You know what?
Boom.
I'm gonna go something a little different. I'm gonna go something a little more peaceful. I'm gonna go a natural gas leak, and then it fills
Yeah.
the atmosphere, and we all just get sleepy, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's
you
what
want
I
to be
want.
the happening.
Yeah,
where
I wanna
the
do a
trees
gas
come
leak.
alive.
Right. Yeah, I watched that. The lady's like, no.
Oh God! Oh, I forgot about that scene. Oh, never. A natural gas leak.
Yep, that's what I want.
That's
Natural gas leak.
That's a real thing. That's a real thing. Well, maybe unnatural, man-made, but
Yeah,
here in California,
Yeah.
it's a
it
real
happens.
thing.
Just
Shut-
just drift off. Because I don't want an earthquake because I don't want to fall through something or something fall on me. I don't want a tsunami because I don't want to deal with the weather, like water and
Yeah, I don't
Just-
like that. My dreams usually end with me seeing the moon getting closer to the Earth or whatever, like
oh my gosh,
knowing that it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I can't. That's.
don't we call that global warming?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I guess humanity is the gas leak.
Yeah, that's. So what I'm saying is I'm right. I'm on the right trajectory. So
Yes, that's right. You're doing what you need.
I'm doing what I need and what I want, and
Mhm.
that's Alex like tsunamis. It does. Tsunamis get you wet. I don't like
That's
it.
true. Yeah.
The clothes stuck on you. I don't want that. I don't go to the beach to go in the water. I like a nice sand position with a view. I'm not.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah,
no.
you can get. I mean, is lava wet? Right? Is water wet? Is lava wet?
Man, I
Does that
couldn't
get you
do.
wet?
I couldn't do lava because like I freak out when I eat a hot wing, and I'm like it's too hot.
Yeah.
And lava, or freezing
You
to
could-
death. That sounds terrible too.
Yeah. You could. I think when you're near lava, the gas hits you. For the toxins hit you first. So you could pass out
Oh.
and fall into lava. That could be a thing.
I'm cool with that. That's cool.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, are we agreeing that's pretty cool?
That's pretty cool.
I guess hypothermia that kind of be the same thing as drifting off. Like you just get colder and colder, and then you're just like
Yeah, that's a nice way to go.
that would be fine. I guess I'd be okay with that.
I feel like I think you don't hear. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Let us know in the chat.
How do you want to go naturally, disasterly, naturally? That would be a
28
great name
days
for a
later,
band. Lava
natural
sucks because I
disasterly.
can't. Naturally disasterly. Yeah, lava does suck. I don't like hot wings, man. Took me
Yeah.
out. Took me out last night. Took me out.
I live by them.
My hot wings?
Yeah. I live by the tongue, not the butthole. I live by what goes in here, not by what comes out there.
Are you running against for me for
Yeah,
governor?
I
Are you
am.
running, are you
That's
opposing?
right. That's
Man,
right.
thought this was a clean election.
I don't have any flags because
Ooh.
I'm not a fascist.
This is an interesting one. One of those airplane parts that randomly falls from the sky, like Truman's show style, but obviously hits you.
Not Truman, but yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Alien attack. Okay, but here, how is the alien attacking you? Is it like Mars attack, like they come on one and shoot, or do you want like Independence Day where they just wipe it out?
Yeah. Is it a
different.
nuke or is it a gun? Like,
Yeah.
And is an airplane part, is that a natural disaster? I don't know. I think you're on board with my asteroid thing, Joe. I think we're in the same crushed. Bye-bye.
Oh,
no.
man. This is... I'm not going to say this took a turn, because that would imply that what we're doing is wrong, and it is not. This is all normal. I think I
It's
listened
the
to
new
the Girl
normal.
from the Craft. Oh, Girl from the Craft. That's natural.
Yeah.
She could
yeah.
she could take your what do they call it?
Like Soul.
Yeah,
Soul
her energy.
I've never seen it. Yeah.
Oh, The Craft?
That's on the list.
It's
I gotta put that on the list.
I know they just redid it too, so I don't know would be I don't know if it's worth watching the old one because again, it's like one of those things that's nostalgic but not maybe good.
Sounds watchable. That sounds right up my alley.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yeah.
Okay.
The Thing. Oh man,
Yeah.
this is getting
Yeah.
crazy.
Like
Anyone watching the Charmed remake? No, I did not catch that Charmed remake. They're only on season 5. What?
Wow.
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 I did not know that. Good for them though. Good for you. You got a new audience. You rebooted. Good for you. I'm guessing
Yeah,
the CW.
there's a whole. There was like that ghost werewolf and vampire. Like I never saw it. It was on Sci-Fi, but I was like, oh, that's a great idea. Do that. That's just like Charmed, kind of.
You know what? There's always room.
Okay.
There's always room for television ideas. Like there's so many outlets now. Like someone's gonna watch it. I think. I hope.
Yeah.
I don't know. Being Human. Is that what it's
That's
called?
what
It's
it
called
was
Being
called.
Human.
I think
oh,
that's what it was called. Yeah.
that's cool. Ooh. I might have to look that one up. I like a sci-fi. I like a dramatic.
And
You never know. It's true.
yeah.
This show is remade like every episode. Oh man. Okay. I feel like I got a good list. I feel like I've thought about my death. I feel like I've moved away from poop. I feel like I've learned about my cussing. This has been a very important.
You can't even say cussing. You can't even say cussing.
I don't know. It's so funny. It just happens.
It's okay. It's
Now I'm
okay. If you
conscious
don't
about
want to.
it.
If you don't want to cuss, you don't have to cuss, Allie.
Ay. Great show indeed. This show is by all means not just by me. It's made by everyone who's watching it and participating and joining. There's a conversation in the
everybody.
Facebook group. I'm not gonna say it. Okay. Okay, I'm serious. I can do this. Okay. You know what's funny though? I bet if I was in a character. Actually, I know for a fact, if I was in a character, I'd have no problem. It's because I'm being me that I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Let me say my catchphrase and then I'll end the stream then. Okay. Let me get this up. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Please Talk to Me with Allie Ramirez. I'm Allie Ramirez. Please talk to your friends and your family. And if you're available Thursdays at 10 p.m., please talk to me. Cocksucker.